Number 415. Yum, yum, yum,
yum. Hi, Ivanka.
Hello.
Long time. How are you?
I'm great.
Well, that's good. So how was your last month? It's been a while. So did you do anything fun? How's school been?
I didn't do anything fun, but
No?
I went playing with my friends. I went to the parks, but
Okay.
that's normal. Except going to the science. Was it like a science thingy?
Okay.
A science exhibit with my friends. Other than that, not much.
Okay. Well, good. Did you travel anywhere? No? We went
No.
to Argentina to go see a ballet, which was fun. But it's close for me, so it's a 2-hour flight. It's not that big of a deal.
Wow. Okay.
Like if I was in America and I went to Argentina, it's like a big deal. But here I can be in Argentina in about 30 minutes driving. Not Buenos Aires, but Formosa. All right. Well, what did you do today, Ivanka? What did you do today?
I went to a park.
All right. Is that the one you went to a park with your friends?
No, I just went to the park by myself, and we
Okay.
went to the place where, like the snow place, and we planned out a lot of snow. That's pretty much all, actually.
Okay. So is there a lot of snow or a little snow?
Yes, there is a lot of snow. It's probably man-made because it should have melted a few days ago. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. All
Like,
right. That makes sense.
yeah, it's just like those kind of man-made snow. Yes, there is a lot, but it's not very much.
Okay.
It's not very much to like shovel because once I shoveled it and it was so hard, I barely got a few flakes of snow on my shovels. I don't recommend it shoveling that thing.
Well, it is going to be 39 degrees tomorrow, so I would love to have snow right now. It's gonna be so hot. All right, but it's all right. That's expected here. Okay, well, we are going to talk about animal intelligence. So we have different skills of dogs. So look at these dogs, Ivanka, with various skills. So let's just look at each one. These are the names of the dogs. So can you guess what kind of dog this one is? What kind of dog do you think?
This is a search and rescue dog.
Good. All right. And what about this dog? What does that say on it? It's pretty obvious, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. I'm pretty sure that's a rescue dog.
Uh, the guide dog, right? Guide.
Yeah,
It says guide dog.
guide
Yeah.
dog.
So it's guide dog. And what about this one?
Military dog. And by the way, I actually know some of these types. This is that's a Labrador, which is the dog here. That's an Australian Shepherd. That's a Labrador. That I don't know what that looks like. That's just
This one is a performance dog. It's really cool. They're very difficult to take care of their fur, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like they've got dreadlocks. So, it's called a Commodore. The Commodore is the most famous dreadlock dog. I'll show you. Um, so this is the Commodore.
Oh, yeah, those
No,
dogs.
they're not very useful, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're a lot of work. So I know because Latte, my dog, I have to brush her every day, especially during the summer, because she sheds so much. That's when you get rid of your fur. These dogs, you have to be careful and keep them very clean and dry. They can have a lot of skin issues. I had a friend who had one named Ruffles.
Yeah, maybe ticks.
Yeah, it's hard to, you have to have enough dedicated time for that type of dog. She had one named Ruffles. He was really cute. Ruffles, like there was these potato chips back in the day that had like waves on them. So the dog had like these wavy dreadlocks, so she called them Ruffles. All right, so we're going to talk about the word skill. Ivanka, what does skill mean? What does it mean if you have a skill?
Actually, that's easy. Skill is like something that you're really talented of.
Okay, so it's something that it maybe not talented, but you can do. You can do. Good, very good. All right, so yes, the skill is the ability to do something well. When we say talent, many times we think of a talent as something you don't have to work for. It's something that you have already before working for. A skill, when we say in English a skill versus talent, it's just an idea that we have in our head where a talent is something you're born with, where a skill is something you work hard to get. That's the only difference. So you can be skilled and talented. So it depends. It's just when we think of the word skill as more of something we work to have. So as we know, dogs are born with some natural skills or talents. However, how does a dog learn and remember the new skills? So how do you think we can train dogs? How do you think we can teach? How can we teach them how to do these things? So they're not born knowing how to guide people or sniff for drugs or be in the military or herd sheep. So how do you think we teach them? How do we teach new skills to dogs? What ideas do you have? Maybe. Yeah. Good. My dog doesn't learn anything. No, Lot, she's right here. That's why I keep looking over because she's right there. She's like, hi.
Ah, that's a golden retriever.
Well, kind of. She's a mix. And then my son just came. There he is.
Wow.
So yeah, he just woke up. All right, let's continue. So, read the cards on the table, and according to the pattern shown, can you guess what's behind the 4 cards?
This is a search and rescue dog. This is a guide
Yeah.
dog. This is a performance dog, and this is a shepherd dog.
Yeah, very, very good. Have you ever watched a dog herd sheep before?
No, but it's also my first time. It's also my first time seeing a border collie that looks like that. So I said that it's like 99% an Australian shepherd. Yeah, they look like that.
It could be. I went and visited a farm in Scotland when I was a teenager, and they had cows, and they had a shepherding dog, and it was amazing. The dog just knew what to do. It kept circling around the cows, circling, barking, not biting, but just circling, barking until he got all the cows into like a small circle. And then he barked and circled and guided them towards the gate to go back to another field. And it was really impressive, actually. All right, so go ahead and read this for us, Ivanka.
The dog jumps over bars of different heights. The dog learns how to follow the pattern.
Good. So what talented skills does this dog show? What can it do?
It can jump up and
Yeah,
down,
but
like jump over.
yeah, so not all dogs can jump really high, right? Like I wouldn't expect a bulldog. Do you know bulldogs? They have the
Mhm.
big flat faces or like stocky. Here, I'll show you a picture. Like the bulldog may not have the natural talent already to jump high. So this dog already has that skill. Bulldog.
Oh yeah, those. I
Yeah, so
thought
do
it
you
was.
think that they're high jumpers? Do you think they're high
I
jumpers?
don't. I don't think so. They just look like little fat gentlemen. Very, 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 very. This shaped face. I can't really describe it. Yeah.
So you call it like a flat. They've got a flat face. They've got a flat face. All right, so Ivanka, we just did a pattern card game. So there are patterns on them. The cards are listed on the table following some rules. How can you explain the word pattern here? So the dog jumps over the different heights. What's the
Um.
pattern that the dog jumps over? Like what do you think? How can we use the word pattern for what the dog is doing in this picture?
Like first it's low, then it's a little higher, then it's a little higher, then it's a little higher. Yeah, I can't erase things. I can't erase things, so
I can erase it.
maybe I'll just say it. Oh, thank
Mhm.
you.
All right, good. So it sees a bar and it knows that it needs to jump over it. So that's the pattern it's learned in the past. It's been taught to jump over a bar, so it sees a new bar and it jumps over the new bar. So a pattern is a design or something that repeats more than once. So what do dogs use to learn new skills? What do you think?
They use their brain.
Yes, good. Their brain. And what is it called when we store something in our brain? What's it called, Ivanka? When we keep something here, it is
Memorizing.
a yes. We memorizing is the verb. Memory is a noun. So very good. So a dog uses its memory to learn new skills. What do you know about the word memory? How do you think a memory is created?
A memory is created when like you tell based on this picture. I think like first like I think the nerve cell is the thing that keeps the memory or something.
Yep.
Uh,
They link
like
together. Good.
it's the thing that keeps them together, and then like make all the like memories and attach
All
them
right.
together so
Very
that
good.
they form a memory. It's kind of like very cool because like for example when you give a dog a treat, like you make him shake hands and you give the
Yeah.
dog a treat. I know that's not a treat, that's my
I know.
no,
I know. It's
yeah,
okay. I
and
know.
and then it eats the treat. Its brain right here is like processing it. I know
Yeah.
that looks kind of dumb.
So it create.
Is
It's okay. It's
processing
okay.
it. It's processing it on its like. If you want it to be a little funny, you can make it processing like on its computer, and then
Good.
basically it just makes a memory, and then next time it just shakes your hands automatically, and then you get the
Good.
treat again.
Very good. Very good. All right. So let's talk about what exactly a memory is. So go ahead. I'll talk about our definition. So how is a memory made? Read that white box for us, Ivanka.
A memory is made by linking two or more of the 100 billion nerve cells in the brain called a neuron.
Called
Neuron.
neurons. Called
Neuron.
neurons.
neurons, called neurons. Then solidifying the connection contributes to remembering.
Yes, very good. All right, so let's look. Now, not all dogs show their talented skills in special situations unless they have been trained by humans. So, what other ways could help a dog create its memory and learn new skills? What could a trainer use to train dogs? So, think about any videos you've watched. Ivanka, have you ever seen other ways? Like, look at the man in the picture, the dog trainer, and maybe look at the collars that the dogs have. Can you see possibly what could be used to help train the dogs? I want you to pay attention to tools.
You can use a bell, you can use a whistle.
Mm-hmm.
You can also use your hands, but that's not really a tool. You can
No,
use a
but it's a
toy.
method. Good, very good.
A tool.
Have you ever heard of a dog whistle, Ivanka? Do you know how dog whistles are special?
I heard of a dog whistle, but I already forgot that. Like they whistle it, and then the dogs just immediately come. And I don't know why I always like to say the names of dogs, but whatever. This is a German Shepherd. This is a Doberman.
It's okay.
And this is a Pit Bull.
Yeah, it looks pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. So a dog whistle, dogs hear different pitches than we can hear as humans. They can hear higher and lower sounds. So many dog whistles humans can't hear, but it can be very uncomfortable for dogs, so they use them to help train them. And we have leashes, and we have a thing called a choke collar. A choke collar is a collar. I don't like them. A lot of people don't like to use them. But you'll see some trainers will have a collar that when you pull on the leash, it tightens the collar so that the more the dog pulls, the tighter the collar will get. And this is the idea to teach the dog to not pull against your leash. Again, not all ways that we train dogs, I think, are appropriate. All right, so the whistle. Go ahead, please read.
Oh,
there it is again.
A whistle is a special tool that a trainer uses to call a dog.
Good. So, knowing what we just talked about in the last slide, how does a whistle work for dogs?
So, like, when you, make a sound from the whistle, the dog usually hears more than that, and it gets really disturbed. So it has to come, or else it's gonna get disturbed all the time.
Yeah, very good. Now, we have these tools that we talked about. Have you ever seen some dogs that could communicate with their owners? Follow verbal instructions. When an owner says sit, heel, jump, shake.
Yeah.
Yeah? So it's funny. I don't think dogs actually really understand the word. I think they understand the tone. Because my dog, so I talk to my dog in English. My husband talks to the dog in French, and the kids talk to the dog in Spanish. All the words are different, but she understands tone. So if you tell her to sit in all three languages, I don't actually think she understands French, but she understands the tone to sit. Like sit, and she gets it. So it's interesting. All right, so go ahead, read this for us. Dogs learn.
Dogs learn to follow commands. Some commands are spoken and others are signals.
So how do you understand the word command based on the context?
Command is like Command is like when you order somebody to do something.
Yes. Very good. Yes, it's when you order someone. Tell them they have to do it. So go ahead. What is a command or definition? A command is.
A command is an order for what someone wants you to do.
Good. Very, very good. All right. So let's talk about some signals and things we can do with our dog. So we have step 1. Hold your dog's favorite toy. Say take it. When they grab it, reward with a treat as well. So Latte. I told you Latte took my dino for a while.
Ah,
But now she's terrified of me, so she's not going to take her favorite toy from me. All right, so that's a command, and that's teaching and reinforcing a command with the treat. All right, shake. Now you tell us how we can teach a dog to shake.
have a dog sit, pick up their paw and say shake, hold it for 2 seconds and reward. So it's like this, right? Shake. And then 1 second, 2 seconds, and then you give them a treat.
I don't have the problem is I don't have any treats for Latte. Latte, does you want to learn how to shake? Yeah, no. But she knows how to come. When I want to show her to a student, I can always say, "Hey, Latte." Aww. Now she wants a hug. Do you see the other puppy, Latte? Yeah, you see the other puppy? All right. So go ahead. The dog's eyes. All right. So go ahead. Read this.
Some dogs learn tricks. In some tricks, the dog seems to imitate or copy its trainer's actions. No, that's definitely not the same.
Yeah, that's a little different. So other than following commands, what other ways can help a dog learn new skills?
Like give the dog a toy, like maybe a cup and a ball, and make them figure it out themselves.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about when you imitate something, you try to copy it. Now there are slightly different things. When you imitate something, you try to copy it. So copy is the exact how it looks. To imitate is to act like something. All right. So let's continue. Now, how do dogs learn new skills? So Abu and James start a conversation. Let's listen to the dialogue, then choose different roles to keep on the conversation. We'll try to use as many keywords as possible in the response. All right, so we're not going to do a winner or a loser. All right, so let's just listen to the conversation and let's go.
I think dogs use memory to learn new skills.
Okay.
That's it. And
You said that dogs use memory to learn new skills. I agreed with you.
okay.
First of all, I just wanted to point out, I thought he was supposed to say, I agree with you, not I agreed with you. Because that's like they had this conversation before.
Yeah. You're right. It's like I agreed with you. Like, why are you bringing this up again? You're absolutely right.
I think dogs use memory to learn new skills.
Well,
Ew.
Who would you like to be? Would you like to agree or disagree?
I would like to agree.
Okay. And why would you like to agree? Try to think of the key words.
Let me think. I agree because the dog can uh, the dogs mostly border collies because they are the
Okay.
most smartest type of dog. I think
Okay.
I agree because dogs can learn patterns and
Okay,
commands
good.
really fast.
Okay, good. Very good. All right, I agree with you. I agree. I think it depends on the dog, though, and the breed. Like you said, certain breeds of dogs I think are smarter. I've had many dogs in my life, Ivanka, and some dogs understood commands and could imitate me, like my yellow Labradors. I had two Labradors. And then I had a really dumb dog who was a boxer. She was so sweet, but do you know boxers? They kind of look like pit
Uh,
bulls, but they're not. Um,
oh,
they're super cute. But her name was Sheila, and she was adorable. They look like this. They kind of look like pit bulls.
uh, oh
They're
yeah.
not
Oh,
vicious. You never hear of a boxer hurting anyone, but they're not known as very smart dogs.
yeah.
Um, she was just no, no. Like we had a fence in the backyard and she kept digging out of it, but then getting scared and trying to dig back in, but she couldn't figure out how to dig back in. So we got a collar that was a shock collar to leave. And we had another dog as well, Molly. Molly understood the shock collar immediately. I don't think Sheila ever understood the shock collar. The shock collar is like you have a perimeter that you set up, and if a dog crosses it, they just get a little bzz. Like Sheila would spend the whole day bzz, 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 bzz,
Oh,
bzz.
like this.
And yeah, like she just kept trying to go out, and it never clicked with her that she needed to stay in our yard. Like it was very frustrating.
Sounds
All right,
kind of like
let's
Mochi.
yeah. All right, so this is you can't type, so we're just going to talk this one through. So what does your memory do? What words can you think of? What does your memory do?
Your memory can learn by heart. Do
Okay,
things on schedule. I think I spelled
good.
that wrong. Whatever. Tell,
Oh,
uh, tell, what's yours and what's not. I
okay,
said,
good.
I wrote, tell your clothes. Simply because, well, I had a lot of things to answer. Tell your clothes is like, hey, clothes, I have something to tell you. Now, that's not very accurate. Tell
Okay,
stories and make games, not those video games.
okay, all right. Well, very good. Those are all wonderful answers. I like those. So those are some things that our memory can do. Now we're going to listen to a story and think of the main idea and details. So let's listen.
My name is James. I taught my dog how to shake hands. She is 2 years old. We practiced every day for 3 weeks. At first, I took her paw. Later, she learned to give me her paw. I gave her a treat when she got it right.
Hmm.
So what
The
do you
main
think the main idea is, and what are the
the
details?
main idea is James trains his dog to shake hands. Yeah.
Good. And what are the details that help support this main idea?
They trained 3 weeks. At first, he took her paw, and then a few days later, she took his paw, and then she would have treats when she did that. I didn't really understand what the two details mean, so I just literally
It just,
told pretty much the whole story.
yeah, that's actually pretty. It's just the whole story, but in a shorter sentence. So you covered that they practiced. You just listed all the words. So we could shorten that to, they practiced for weeks. And you also said, he gave her a treat when she got it right. So we could just mention the treats. But very good. Yeah, the details are just kind of, it's the same as the main idea. We just try to say it in as least words as we can, the fewest words possible, to create our main idea and details where it's still understandable. All right, so when you want to tell about something, you may start with the main idea or the most important idea, then you give details to share. Very good. All right, so go ahead, let's read, and as you read, think about the main idea and details that might support it. So go ahead, the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Go ahead.
A dangerous earthquake struck Francisco. That's the main idea. Detail 1.
Good.
It measured 7.8 out of 10 on the Richter scale.
Richter. We call it the Richter scale.
Richter scale.
Good.
Detail 2. Many people were killed by the earthquake. Dozens of buildings fell down, and they had a very, very big fire.
Good.
Many fires. They had fires everywhere.
Yeah, very good. Detail 4. Perfect. All right, and so all day the fire spread from building to building. At that time, a lot of buildings were made of wood. Not as much anymore, but buildings used to almost always be made of wood. All right, made them very susceptible to fire. So dogs can follow many different commands. Think of details that support this main idea for something that you would write on your own. What could you say to support this before we begin another reading? So dogs follow many different commands. What kind of commands? What can dogs do? Like, how could you support this idea?
So here's what I wrote down. Shake, shake.
Okay.
Din, din, bubbles, and name. I
Okay.
wrote Doggo, but that's the name of my dog, so I just wrote the name.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
Shake. What I mean is, like, detail 1 is telling about you can shake hands with the dog, and when it's dinner time, the dog can go and eat dinner, and the third one is it's time to take a bath.
Okay.
I mean, I rarely see people giving their dogs a bath, but whatever. And the last one is...
I give my dog a bath, but she sleeps on the sofa, and she's all right, good, okay,
yeah, and the last one is basically letting them learn their name.
Okay, good, very good. All right, so let's get through our pre-reading. So cute. So can you ride a skateboard?
No.
Have you ever seen a dog that can ride a skateboard?
Yes, and Dog with a blog, but that's supposed to be a comedy, so... I mean, I'm not sure if the dog actually can do it. Either they just stood there because they were just real models or something, or
there's this famous bulldog that even I've heard of, and it's funny because he's a bulldog, and we talked about this dog not being able to jump very well. So he has a brother now that likes to skate as well. I actually think the bulldog likes skating because he doesn't like walking.
Yeah.
I think it's out of necessity. Like one day it was like, oh, this is so much easier. This is difficult. Walking and running, that's difficult. Let me go on the skateboard. So I think it was thinking that way. All right. So what's the title of this selection and who wrote it, Ivanka?
Animal Smarts. Leslie Annie Hall wrote it, and that's actually pretty easy. I mean,
Yes, very, very good. All right, so let's go ahead to this page. Now we have tools, cool tools. So what tool is the girl using and for what she's doing? What is she doing and what tool does she use?
She's using a fork.
Good. Very good. Do you use a fork or do you use chopsticks? What do you usually use to eat?
I use both.
Okay. Yeah, I actually have both. My time in Malaysia, I can't eat certain things without chopsticks. All right, good. Now, what is the chimpanzee doing?
The chimpanzee is trying to wedge the termites out.
And what tool does the chimpanzee use?
He uses a stick.
Yeah. Do you know any other animals that use tools? Can you think of any that you've heard of before?
Parrots.
Yeah, good. Parrots. Very, very good. Crows sometimes will put things in front of cars so that they run them over so they can get inside.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know that.
Good. Crows are one of the smartest animals, actually. All right, so let's think of the chimpanzee. How do you think the chimpanzee learns to use the stick? How do you think they learn?
Probably because they're like, oh, look at this long thing. I think
Well,
it's skinnier than my hand, so I can make the termites I can make the white ants get out, and then I can eat them. So he just does
I had another student call them the white ants. You're right, termites. But do you think they learn themselves, or do you think that chimpanzees learn from their parents? What do you think?
Sometimes it depends, actually. Maybe it's from their parents, or they just found out, and just to mention, monkeys actually like to mimic stuff because I just know that by remembering what I have seen before.
Okay. So they maybe mimic humans. You're saying maybe they mimic humans or they mimic other monkeys? Well, these are orangutans. So you're right with the imitate. Go ahead, read this brown box down here first.
Baby animals imitate and learn from their mothers. What do you think the baby orangutan is learning? What did other orangutan learn to do with a leaf?
Was it another? Yeah, very good. And what do you think this orangutan is teaching its baby? What does it look like they're doing?
They're calling the others.
Yeah, calling to others, talking, singing, mimicking. Who knows? But they're teaching. They're teaching to use their voice. Good. All right. Now we have another thing with memory. So what's special about a female poison dart frog? Go ahead, read this for us, Eva.
A female poison dart frog can remember the location of many tadpoles.
So she just knows. She remembers. Her memory works. So how does the poison dart frog show intelligence? What can she
remember the location of every single of her baby. Like maybe she's like, oh, Tommy
my babies. I don't know if she's named them, but yes, she remembers where she had her eggs.
Yeah.
Now, how can you tell?
She's like, oh, Tommy was born on the east. Jerry was born. Jerry was born on that leaf, and let me think. Gary was born on the rock,
Okay.
etc. Because like frogs have a whole like nest of eggs.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. They lay a lot at the same time. All right. Now, moving on to how can you tell the dart frog is poisonous? What does it look like? What do poisonous animals many times have?
They have like colorful patterns to tell off the other people. Yeah, I don't know why animals use their vibrant colors to tell people they're dangerous, but whatever. We're going with that.
Yeah, well, they're trying to protect themselves. So it's funny because a lot of animals are dangerous that have bright colors, and a lot of animals that are not dangerous mimic the animals with bright colors so others think that they're poisonous when they're actually not. All right, so let's talk about this. What do you see in this picture, Ivanka?
I see many fingers holding a mysterious thing.
Okay. All right. I think it's just food. I think it's just food. So how do you think Coco asks for food? What kind of language does she use to ask for food?
Not sure. Holding it?
Well, in sign language, if you want to eat, you literally just go like fingers closed and go.
Oh, like
That just
she's
means you're
doing that.
hungry. Yeah. So Ivanka, they tell us now to teach babies sign before they can talk so that they know how to ask for milk or for food. So you start teaching your baby like 6 months, 7 months when they're hungry, and they'll, instead of crying, they'll be like, hey, food. It's not worked for me yet. I've had 3, but I have friends who it worked for. All right, so some animals communicate with people. So how do you think the woman taught the gorilla to use sign? How do you think she taught? Do you think it was like with
Probably
the rewards, treats, or she showed something? How do you think you teach an animal to sign?
like she just
Yeah,
she
maybe.
just
So she showed food. She's like, here's food, and every time you eat, maybe. Good. All right, now let's talk about meerkats. So go ahead. What do meerkats do when they're in danger? Read this for us.
when meerkats are in danger, they give a warning. They make sounds when predators are near. And can you imagine and imitate the sound that meerkats make when predators are near? Okay, this is kind of embarrassing. So I think basically the sound is like
All right. Well, I have a meerkat sounding for I got a new headset today. It's the other side. So it kind of sounds like a bark. So, but they make many sounds. Um, they make many sounds to communicate. All right. Now, look and fetch. So, go ahead. Read this for us.
many dogs can follow commands. Bestie can understand hundreds of spoken words. That's normal because that's a border collie. It's basically
Yeah.
it's basically like the smartest dog in the whole universe. And I don't know what type of dog this is. This looks like a coyote.
It does actually. It's not, but it does not look like the border collie. All right. So, have you ever trained an animal? You know, you can train birds. You can train
Yeah,
birds.
I train birds. There's a lovebird literally shrieking about getting out and about lunatics outside. Yeah.
All right. I remember when I had a parakeet, I tried to teach him how to push a ball, like, but I didn't have the patience.
Yeah, before I tell you that I actually know this bird, I just want to describe my pet. So
Oh,
Mochi
sure.
is my male, probably 1.5-year-old
Okay, I remember Mochi. Yeah.
lovebird, and I actually don't know how long, what's his age, but I know he has stayed here for 1.5 years
Okay.
probably. And once I tried to tame him to put a ring onto my finger. Yeah, that worked, but sometimes he just does
Yeah.
this, pretend this is my beak. This is his beak. And sometimes he just literally throws it away and flies
But
with
but like
it and drops it.
the idea is there, right? The idea
Yeah,
is there. Like maybe he just needs some finesse on the fine
yeah,
details.
yeah. But he
So that's
did that. He
good.
did. He did do it. Probably because his earlier owner probably made him do that. And actually, I know
Yeah.
this bird. His name
That's
is
an F.
Alex.
Yeah,
He's an
good.
African gray parrot.
Good.
Yeah, and his human friend is Dr. Irene Pepperberg, and his
Okay.
results made scientists really, really shocked.
Yeah, I think we have a story about Alex, our brainy bird. All right, so we have dolphins as well. So what do you know about dolphins? What tricks and how do you think dolphins communicate?
First of all, fun fact: dolphins can act or have the mind of a 5 to 6 year old child, and I think so based on a dolphin show I saw, they can jump on land, they can jump up, they can spray water at you.
All
They
right,
like to
good.
shriek a lot. And they're very humorous, and they are not as smart as orcas based on AI because
Okay.
they all say that orcas' mind is equivalent to 15 to 16 aged teenagers.
Wow. Okay. Good. Have you ever seen a dolphin? Have you went to like a dolphin show at an aquarium? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a dolphin show with 3 dolphins and 3 female divers, and there's also a show with three men and
Okay.
1 orca. And basically, I think I love them both because the song was pretty
Oh.
nice.
Oh. I always like watching dolphins, but when I was in Florida, sometimes I would go kayaking out in the Gulf, and dolphins would just be so curious and come around and want to play. Like they're very social animals.
Yeah.
So how do you think we learn about animals, Ivanka? By what?
By testing their IQ and
And
observing their behavior.
yeah, so this woman here is observing the gorilla. So she's observing them as family. Jane Goodall was very famous for that one. All right, so Ivanka, what's the genre of this selection? We're going to read the passage in our, yes, very good. You know this one, very good. So we'll read the passage about the animals in the next one. So what are some text features before we read in the next lesson? So we have photographs and
Look at the photographs and captions in science articles. They help you understand the text better. Photograph,
good.
caption. Coco uses sign language to communicate. Here, she uses the sign for eat.
Yeah, to eat. And so we know that mystery object that we weren't sure. We can't really see what it is in the picture, but we can tell by the caption that it's likely food because she's using the sign language to eat. All right, very good. All right, so the next lesson is when we're going to read about these animals more in depth. Which animal
Uh,
are you the most interested in learning more about?
Probably African greys. First of all,
Yeah.
I have a parrot of my own. Second of
Yeah.
all, there are fun facts or alienish facts about African greys. First of all, they can learn up to 1,000 words. Oh, and by the way, we'll talk about why octopuses might be from outer space next class. Um, so so
I'll be prepared.
African gray parrots might also be from outer space, like they're teaming up to go
Oh,
to the human
all
world.
right.
First
All
of all,
right.
African gray parrots can learn from up to 1,000 words, or I don't know, yeah.
Okay. I told you my
And they,
story of African greys, right? Like
yeah,
they don't just learn words. They
yeah,
mimic everything, like
yeah,
doorbells and
yeah, they
phones.
don't just, yeah,
Ring!
yeah, they don't just mimic it. They also understand what it means.
Do you
So,
want an African gray? Would you want an African gray as a pet?
yes, and at the same time, talking and speaking is probably like the symbol for a human. So when you see
Okay.
chimpanzees talking, you know, oh, it's probably just a human who had some genetic problems. That was just a joke.
I
Yeah,
know, I laughed.
and
I laughed.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And at the same time, African gray parrots, they could actually do like simple math, like
okay.
how many squares are on the table that are green and stuff.
Okay.
That's basically yeah. And they also took the markings of a human, and because I already said they can actually speak and know what
Yeah. And know
they're
what they're saying.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I think they're teaming up with octopuses to
Take
torture
over.
the Earth.
That sounds like a very good fiction book idea for you to write, Ivanka. All right, well, Ivanka, I gotta get ready for my next class. It was so great seeing you again. It's been forever. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend and your week, and I will see you in our next class.
Thank you. See you
Bye,
next time.
Ivanka. Thank you.
See you.